So like that's what I mean. And this is not the best example, but I swear it's you are like preemptively making a decision to steal big boost. Again, boost control is good, but you're doing so without actually watching the play. It's almost like you're autopiloting your boost control. I know that's weird. Grand Champ 1, Grand Champ 2, this is early season, so ranks are typically a little bit all over the place. I don't know. I feel like we're a little indecisive with some of our challenges. That was good. But I think a lot of it is due to the spacing. Like, we're very spaced out. I think actually the spacing is the biggest thing. Other than that, it looks good. We haven't had too many shots on net, but the replay is just picking up. And I like where our boost control is. I think that's my favorite. So, like, good job putting pressure on net. I think what's happening, though, I almost get, like, a loss of awareness, but I think it's due to the spacing. Good. I mean, I like how you're playing the ball. I know I said challenges, getting like a challenge vibe, but I like how we're playing the ball. I like how we're pushing the ball, transitioning the ball. I think you're doing a good job in that regard. We haven't seen like too much control, but I'm fine with that. So like really good. Like I do see improvement with the shots on net for sure. Last week we just talked about putting pressure on net, shooting, simplifying, right? Like not over controlling on offense. I'm almost like looking for a little bit more control up the field. We're pushing the ball well. Like this spacing is what I'm looking to like somehow solve. When our teammate is moving the ball up the field, we are not following a teammate. It's happened a couple times. So like teammates going to move the ball up the field. I know we're low boost right now, but like there's something going on with like our boost management, our spacing, and that is what's causing us to never be in the position to like follow up and support a teammate. So it's like you're moving up as a unit. I'm trying to figure out like what's causing that. Only because like I think individually from your perspective, you are playing the game well. But in terms of the pressure or offense that's created from you and a teammate, like the collective pressure, that's what's kind of missing. That's fine. But like even like this play, when we look at this play, like it's clear that you and your teammate are not on the same page. Like you are positioning across that they're going to air dribble, beat the player, and that's not what happens. Like there's a reading thing going on. I don't know what. It's like the ability to read teammates, to support teammates. Not that I'm looking for crazy team plays, but a little bit more of this like collective movement, cohesive movement. I mean, obviously, like, I like solo play. Don't get me wrong. Like, I still want us to solo play. Like, it's kind of like falling under the category of playing a better second man. I mean, it's the same sort of play, right? Like, we're never, like, truly supporting a teammate. Not that, like, if we were back post, we would have saved this, but, like, it's that cohesive. It's not chemistry. I'm not, like, looking to improve chemistry with solo queue teammates. It's like just the ability to follow up as a second man, follow up, support as a second man on defense. Second woman. And I want to say it's like spacing rooted, but I'm trying to like this is how my brain's going right now. Like we create our offense, we solo play. We use all our boosts, we rotate to big boost. That gets us wide, and it's like this rinse and repeat cycle of I want to say it's like rooted in the boost management. Good. Now, I like the shots on net. What I'm looking for, this is what I think is going on. I'm trying to find an example to kind of prove the point. We create our offense. We recover. If there's boost here, the problem doesn't exist. If there's no boost there, we rotate here. Our teammate creates offense. And then, like, we're not able to follow up because we had to rotate wide to get this boost. I almost want to, like, tackle this through, like, a rotation focus. Not, like, stop getting midfield boost. Like, it's important for you to control boost. But I think, like, consider more of these rotations. Right? Like, the small pad rotations. In an effort to manage boost better. But it keeps you central in the play. And, like, maybe, you know, you create your offense, you go to recover, you do this, teammate creates offense, and you're tracking this rotation, right? And then you see both opponents miss, and you quick turn, shoot, score. So it's like we need to be a little bit more central in this offensive midfield. I think we could do that through small pad rotations. And I think what's happening is you're going for here, and if the boost isn't there, then you continue tracking here. And if the boost isn't there, you continue tracking here. And that's what's getting all the spacing. And that's what's causing, like, this lack of, 1-2 man chem. So, like, that's what I mean. And this is not the best example, but I swear it's, you are, like, preemptively making a decision to steal big boost. Again, boost control is good. But you're doing so without actually watching the play. It's almost like you're autopiloting your boost control. I know that's weird. But it's like you've already made the decision, I am stealing corner. And now you can't quick turn cut and closely follow this teammate and maybe push for a demo, or maybe this teammate takes a 50 and then you pick it up, right? Like, so now we're not in this play. 7 seconds left. This could have been like a really good power play to end the game. And I think it's because we're preemptively making these decisions to get boost. Again, track, pads, try to increase awareness right here. The turn. I mean, same thing in the defensive half, right? Like, same game sense for turning here on the defensive half. Still get big boost, but I think in this, like, this little zone right here, this pad rotation, I think this is where our awareness needs to be spiked at the highest. Right here. We need to know exactly what is going on with the play. Let's just use this as a good example. All you're doing is tracking your small pad rotations, but notice how it's keeping you in the play. Tracking your small pads. Right? You could defend, or you could turn. Now you're supporting. Tracking your small pads. And then this is my favorite moment, right? We're tracking our small pads. And then he misses. So now you could turn cut should this player peeled off for backboard. Right? So, like, we're still in this play. And now we could play this. Instead of going here and then having to play goal line. That was, like, the best example. I hope you could kind of see that. Right? Tracking small pads, and now you can turn support. Like, these are not, like, the offensive examples I'm looking for, but this is why I gave small pad rotations as the advice. And then it's like we leave rotation for that big boost. And I wouldn't have stayed in the play right there because you're absolute zero. And you've been boost starved for, like, this whole OT. So getting boost right here is good game sense. But now, like, you know, you leave boost. You leave rotation for boost. Now we can't support. And again, I wouldn't change this decision to get big boost. But this is what was happening in the beginning of this replay. And then it's like we can't truly support as a second man, second woman. Pretty much like this spacing right here. This is what I'm trying to fix, right? That was the problem with this replay. It's like, we're not supporting as a second man, but the reason was spacing, but the reason for the spacing was boost. So that's why we're doing the application of small pad rotations. You want to make things very simple when trying to solve gameplay in Rocket League. Like, what is something you can actually do, actually focus on? Good. It's kind of this, like, you know, central positioning, small pad rotations, support, chemistry vibe. Right? And it's like, we don't have boost. Right? And again, I wouldn't have changed your play, but maybe you go this way, right? And it's like you're tracking that small pad. It's because we're preemptively making that decision, and this is kind of like the icing on the cake example where I said previously, you're making that decision to get boost, and then you'll go, and then it's like, oh snap, there's no boost, and now this is why we're having the spacing. And it's not always track small pads. It's not always play central, because there's negatives to that. Because, for example, if you're playing a team that is very midfield focused, how do you counter that? Demos, cuts, and booms, right? Like, if you have players who play close together in the midfield, you could beat both players with a booming touch. So, like, there are negatives to playing close, but just mix in and start experimenting. And, like, that's even game sense. Like, you know, throw another example on there. Like, maybe you keep getting beat, right? Good job. But you keep getting beat to the ball. Most likely positioning. Widen that rotation. Go for more boost. There's always like a solution in this game. Overall, good stuff, though.